Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of FortressCraft Evolved 64-bit mode survival. Now, for those of you that came along to the live TV show, thank you very much. All the help and everything was appreciated. Getting the live stream sorted out, everything. So we will do live streaming from now on once a week on a Saturday. Basically we did an awful lot of work. We did a lot of changes on the conveyor belt system. Basically we've got a bigger intake, okay, and for those of you that weren't able to come along to the live TV, basically what we've done is we've put these filters in. So basically what we've got now is all will only ever go into the cookers, and if you get coal, yeah, it will go across this line here, and basically that is filtered for combustibles, okay. Alright, now the things that are not sorted at the moment, and you can't add to your main line, you have to have a separate line, is biomass and crystal, okay. But as we don't need a lot of those, I wouldn't worry about them too much at this point in time. The other thing we did on the live TV show was we upgraded the mass input and mass output on some of the ore, so we could get all this down. Now with the amount of ore that I'm doing at the moment, if we go to K, we are producing 42 bars a minute, no, 14 bars a minute, and we're mining 105 to 110 ores per minute, okay. And this setup is 3,500 for the main unit, and each individual unit, the ones where it gets sorted out into, is 625. This then goes into 3 exits, okay, which is 300 hoppers, and all you do is you come along when it stops and this starts to fill up, which you know is quite reasonable time, and then each of these crates is 15 crates wide, because when you press E, that is the maximum amount of squares you can have on the screen at any one time. So I decided not to make it any bigger, so that holds 1,500 in a batch, and at the moment we have 2 batches, so we have 3,000 stored copper. And if you just press E on these, you can see we've got tin, copper, iron is low, lithium, gold, and of course we still have bits and pieces to fill. I'm not too worried at the moment with the amount that we've got going on. What I'm going to do in this episode is, this is not having enough ore coming in, okay. At the moment we've only got how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, okay, but we've only got 3 lines constantly running, so basically we can double our input. Now what we've been doing on the input is, at the moment we have got 3 main lines, if you can see them, I think just running there. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole so show you better. Oh, I didn't want to go down this far, but this will do. Now you can see that I've got three main lines going. One is still not going very well on the one side because it's just not maxed out, but this is my main line. And what I have come to realise is your main line, yeah, is going to be 3 wide by at least 300 deep. Okay, so you are going to need 1,000 conveyor belts just to keep up with the capacity that we're going up. Okay, now what we're going to be doing in this episode, because I want to start speeding things up, is we are going to dismantle the first level. And what I mean by that is we're going to go up to this level, okay, you can see it's not maxed out. 2 lines are maxed out, 1 line isn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 3rd line off here. No, sorry, we're going to take the middle line off and we're going to cut that, and what we're going to do is we are going to take this line out, because what we're going to do is when we get down to 64, is we are going to put in a level 2 line. Okay, we are now at the point where level 1 is not enough. Okay, so this is the 3rd line, not the 2nd line. Okay, so this is the limit here. Okay, now what you need to do is to make sure that on all the lines that you have a back. Okay, don't leave it open. Because the simple reason is when you come to do the T2 line, okay, we've got 84 here, alright, you're going to want this to go fairly quick. Now, because I took the wrong line out, I'm going to have to take the 2nd line, the middle line out, okay, so it will cause a bit of disruption on my lines for a while, but not too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the inventory, and I'm just going to set up the configuration. So you're going to need that, you're going to need the conveyor belts next to it, and you are going to need your 14k of stone. Okay, now the reason for this is we don't have a nice easy way, so we need to put in the conveyor belt system back here, and we are going to put in the T2 lines here. Now this T2 line is going to be 1.5 times faster. Okay, it's not twice as fast, it's only 1.5 times faster. Alright, so don't worry about it being, oh, you know, it's gonna make things more complicated. It's actually not going to make things more complicated, because it's going to give you a boost. Okay, and that is what we're working to. We want this all now to come in as quickly as possible. As you can see, tubes, when you mess up on your first line, it's going to be a bit awkward to put them back in, but never mind, you know, we all learn. next time I'll make sure I'm doing the right line and not make this mess up. Now the reason I do it while I have ore there is for the simple fact is, if you put one in the wrong place, yeah, and you don't have your ore tested, you've got to go back down and check it. But if you put your ore line in while you've got your ore going, you can see if you need your ore adjusted, because what it is you are checking to make sure that your conveyor and tubes are running the right way. Because if you get along and then you put it, say, like that, and you haven't checked it as you're building it, you ain't gonna know. Okay, you're just not gonna know. Okay. We'll keep going up. Now, see, I would have missed that one there. So let's dig out this one. I know it might be a bit tedious and that, but it just shows you a way of how to build them, and you can see that it is painful on how to do this. I wish there was a better way to do it, but you know, it's part of the game. It makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more challenging. Now I'm not sure if the devs have decided that when they put the monsters in, T1 lines and T2 lines will have a different destruction rate. So obviously T1 will be destroyed earlier and then T2, or if you can even use T1 beyond a certain level. You know, there's a lot of suggestions. Me personally, I believe you shouldn't be able to use a T1 below 250 meters down. After you get past 250 meters, I'm calling it meters because it's just by cube, that you should be using, you should be using T2. Okay, that's my own opinion. That's not the dev's opinion, that's not anybody else's opinion, that's just my opinion, you know. But the reason I say that is because people are saying that it's not worth the materials to use T2, whereas in actual fact it is, because if I remember the recipe, it's the lithium and titanium that you need for a T2. I will check when we get back up to what the recipe is, but basically when you're at that level, it should be harder for you to do anything. And currently at the moment you only need T1 because no monsters attack you. So yeah, it can be a bit fun, but really there's anything else to build with a T2 anyway. Because you could actually do a T3 line and say, right, from say 250 to 500, say 500 to 250, every 250 levels, you need to upgrade your line so that the monsters don't destroy them, or it takes longer to destroy them. So you could have the first level 0 to 250 T1, and then 250 to 500 you could have a requirement of T2, yeah, and then 500 to 750 T3. So every 250 levels you need stronger pipes, and if you don't have stronger pipes, the monsters can destroy them. But again, that's just my opinion, it's not anybody else's, and it's just, you know, an idea to throw out there. I know a lot of people are going to say, no, we shouldn't do that. But why not? Why not make it hard? Let's not make it too easy, okay? So there's our T2 line. You can see how quickly it's going in compared to the T1, yeah? So we're going to go and clear all this mess out now. Now the reason I've done this is because my main line needs to be expanded down, because it's got to the point of where I am at titanium and it is just not going enough. It's just not enough now. So again, you can see visually that the T2 is going faster than the T1, so that should up our T2 ore production. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to put in this secondary line. We need to put the hopper back in. Okay, alright, so that starts feeding. So there won't be any difference of it exiting out on top, because it's always going to go at the same speed, okay? But what the difference is, these containers here should start filling up a bit quicker, okay? Now, I did a little bit of experimentation, and this is what I call a T3 line. I'm just going to make this into a full T2. Now this T3 line is basically just pure power, and this is the most you will get, because if you press on this you'll see it is an antimatter drill head which does 128 ore per minute. Okay, now there is not a line that can keep up with the antimatter. Alright, okay, so you need a T3 line. Now this is a T3 line, it's 3 lines, okay, and basically what it does, it makes sure that this hopper here never ever ever gets full, because if it gets full, that's it, you know, you ain't gonna keep up. So you can see that with the T3 it's just going to spit it out. Yeah, so on each line you've got 3, 6, 9 all going straight away. Okay, and then it's going on to a T1 line, what we call T1. 2 is obviously 2 lines. Okay, and then that's getting fed into here. Now let's see what we got left. We got 28 left. I want some more T2s. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to go and check the recipe for you. The T2 section. And the recipe is nickel and titanium. So you're going to need a lot of nickel and a lot of titanium. Okay, but again, you know, it really it's at the point now where we're going to be starting to focus on upgrading our line, because we want it more how can I put it, want it more efficient. Okay, and like I said, we're now at the point where the T1 line is just not good enough. Okay, I'm going to go and just double check this, make sure it's going okay, because obviously me changing things, so I need to go up another level. Okay, so we can see that the 3 lines are going. You can see the middle line is going faster than anything else. Yeah, alright, so we've got 42, 41. Okay, now that was because we had to change and we got everything blocked up, so that will take a while to get sorted out. But we actually in fact don't need these at this level, because we've got nothing coming in and this is our main line. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go down to the next level. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this here. We don't need these anymore because we've got no ore coming in at this level. So let's cut this one first. Okay, we need to see that we need some blocks going here. Okay, alright, so that's going up there. We're going to cut this line here and we're going to put in, oh no, we needed that hopper there because we've got something there. I didn't realise that we had something there. Okay, so put that hopper back then. Okay, we'll cut this hopper though and we'll put in a back rest and we will put in the T1. Okay, so that's that sorted out. So let's go and check what we got here. I didn't think we had anything going. No, we haven't. It's actually finished. And you can see just how much it's fucking mined out. Obviously there was a cave there, but all this here, look. Yeah, that was all of it there. So we can take that one out quite safely. Now what I normally do when I find that a drill head is finished, because you are doing a lot of micromanagement, which is fair enough, because I think it's a good part of the game. You know, I don't want everything fully automated because I like to go around and check to make sure everything is okay. But for now I'm just going to block this off because we're not going anywhere with this, and it's, you know, monsters and that possibly could come in here. Plus it's also a way to get rid of the monsters if they're going to be coming in this way, and to get rid of your excess stone, of course. Okay, so we've got that blocked off, and as you can see we don't need this, so we're always saving on materials now. I'm not sure if we're going down anywhere with this. We are going down somewhere with that. Okay, but yeah, we can fill this back in here. Take that one out. So you can see that we need our T2 line. I'm just going to stop it there. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom, and then we're going to build from the bottom up. Okay, that's still not 64 down, because obviously each lift is 64 levels. So we're just going to have a look. Now on this one we do need the level, because well, no we don't, because we no longer have anything on this level. So yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Like I said, design is always changing. Okay, so we can get rid of this hopper, and we can put in the backrest and put in that one. We can get rid of this backrest, and we're going to get rid of this and all that down there. Okay, put the backrest in, jump down. Now we are going to put in a hopper here, a hopper here, and a hopper here. So we know for a fact now that the first main line here, the main junction line, okay, this is 64 bits long. This is where we are. This is our first level, this part here. Okay, so if anything now wants to come in, this is where we're going to aim to have it come in. Alright, so we can clear this line up a little bit. We can get rid of some of this just so that we can see how our line is doing. Okay, so like I said, that's our first T2 line, our first fully T2 line. Alright, so we're just going to go back up and make sure everything's going okay. We can step off here, we don't need to step off, just making sure that we do not need to go down here anymore, and I believe that we don't. So I'm actually going to, whoops, get rid of that. I'm actually going to fill this in. And just dig this little part out a bit. because obviously with all modifications you just need to make sure that things are nice and tidy, and you know that if you was going to go off this way you would know that this is where your lift is. Okay, but obviously we don't need to on this level, because we're not going to be using this level unless we scan for new bits and pieces. Okay, so as you can see, look, that is nowhere near now at the point of we're not using the secondary line. So why aren't we using the secondary line? So here's the line. That's empty, empty. And you can see now we've got a line redundant. So we go by just adding that one T2 line. Yeah, we've now got a saved line. Alright? So we've gone down from 1 to 2 because the T2 is just doing it quicker. So this is the point of where we go and check the this line, because I am bringing this line up, yeah, and it's all connected, it's all going nicely. Alright, so you can still see that it's still going nice there, yeah. You can see all the ore coming up. Okay, so this is another junction line. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put the hopper in here and in here, so it can evenly spread out the distribution. So if the line gets clogged, it's going to use all three. Okay, that is the idea for this. I think we need to put that back there. Okay. Now what I also will probably be doing is moving the lift saver one, so that these just look nice. Okay, because it's just something to do. I'm not gonna do it yet. So we're going to go down, we're going to check where we are, and basically we've got this, we're still going down. This one is doing quite well, but to be honest I've actually reduced this one because I wanted to test the drill, and it's actually slowed it down. So I'm going to go and put the drill head back because this line was full. Okay, now to get a line full, I've also noticed that to get the line full you need to put in a magnetic drill motor. Now the moment you go above a magnetic drill motor you're going to need a 2-line section. Alright, so just remember that. Now I don't know why it keeps starting, stopping and stuff like that, because it shouldn't do. So this line eventually will fill up. I'm going to get rid of the hopper, we don't need it. Okay, I'm just checking this line. Yeah, this is a three-way line. As you can see, I've got another line coming up here. This is because it's not been put in the right place, but at the time it's okay. And I've only got one line here, so you can see I've only got the main line down to 171 meters. Okay. We are out of coal. Always make sure you carry coal with you. Now I know I was secondary line. Yeah, right, you can see this line here, it stopped. Yeah, this is because I'm building the secondary line and I didn't have enough blocks with me, and that's another reason I brought in the T2 line, because I am going to upgrade these lines just for the simple fact that it's not powerful enough for my liking now. It's not, the line below the 171 mark is just not efficient enough, because what I found is if you have two lines going with magmatic drills into one hopper, you're going to get a bottleneck. And I can show you this more clearly when I start doing not another Let's Play series but a tutorial series, because I think I've now got enough knowledge of how things work in this game to say, right, this is what you need, this is the setup you need, and this is the level you need. And obviously I will have to do that in creative mode and not in survival mode. So that'll be a nice change for me as well. Hopefully I've got enough going. Yeah, that's another thing you've got to be careful when you're digging up, is you don't dig the wrong thing, which I just done twice there. Do be careful when you're digging upwards. You only do a little bit at a time, especially when you've got a line that's already established. see this goes down quite a way. For those of you that don't know, those things that are moving around there, yeah, those are the camo bots. Those are the ones that go into the block. It's going to be quite annoying because you can't shoot them, you can't do anything with them. At the moment you can only shoot wasps. I'm going to need an awful lot more. Shouldn't be too much more. Right, so we're going to go, well, we've got no choice, we're going to have to go back up now. You can see it's still the first line there. So you can see how compact this line is here, yeah. I mean, this is all chock-a-block, and you can now see that this is now still chock-a-block, still going. And the other reasons that you use hoppers on your line is so it mixes the ore up, okay? And that way you'll always get a little bit of stuff coming in and out and down. So we need to get some more T1 lines. Obviously, when you're doing it this steps, your amount that you'll do at any one time for T1 will be like 64. Okay, I'm just going to do about, well, I'll do 64, that's one level. So that's one level, 0 to 64. Which each level for me is the depth of a lift. Okay. So I'm going to cut this one away. Where do we go? Okay, so this is the line that we're doing, but this really here is where it should be. This is, because this is the main line here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to change a bit. I'm going to put that there, and we're going to put our hopper here. Sorry, not there. Put a hopper there, and we're going to put our line in. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to join these two up. Okay, and then I'm going to cut that line. Because that line is in the wrong place and I don't want it there. Whoops, there you see. As you can see, we're going to need another hopper here, and we're going to need another back wall. We're going to have to fill. No, that's at the right place. That is another hopper, yeah. Okay, we're going to leave that at the one line at the moment, because we need to get this secondary line in, which is here. Need to get this done. Now you can see that was a camo bot that went up there. And this is again why you cut out a certain amount around your lines, because of the mobs. Excuse me. Now you can see that this is the bit that we were doing here. So as long as your line goes into, say, the back on the hoppers, yeah. Right, so you're going to put in a hopper here, okay, because we haven't got the line in the right place, and you're going to take it let's do this the the easy way. Do it that way. Into there. Okay, so you've got a secondary and a primary going in. Let's fill these in. Okay. Now we've got to fill the back in for this again. And now we're going to work on this level to get these up. Hopefully this one will join up shortly. Yeah, which is going to be here. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, so we got that there. So you can see now that we've got the two primary lines. Okay, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see how it's going, see if that's getting blocked up. You can see it's got 100 titanium ore, which is not good. Okay, so we need to do we need to go back up again. As you can see, that is actually connected for iron, so we're going to take this one out, put that one in there. I didn't want to do that. Now that should split it, yeah. Okay, so you can see it's going in there quite quickly, and then that should start mixing the three ores. And then obviously what we're going to want to do is make that into a third ore. So let's go back up and have a quick look at this. I do want my iron coming up. We've got a hopper there. splitting it soon. There you go. So again, I know it's been a lot of crazy, boring conveyor belt stuff, but you know, it's just showing you that really for each ore that you've got coming in, because the lines are not quick enough, that once you get up to magmatic drills, you are going to need one line, one ore. There's no two ways about it. There's no ifs, buts and whens. You know, that's it. You get to a magmatic drill head, yeah, you are going to. But now if you look, you can see that we've got the 3 main lines going, and now we've started to get the 4th line going. Okay, but you know, eventually you want more. You're gonna want all of them going. It's not enough. Look, these are empty, look. Plus I've got tin. I've only got a small bit of tin on there. I've got copper going, everything going. But like I said, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, leave a hate, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and do look out for live TV on Saturday. I will put links in at the end of the videos from this video onwards for live TV. It will also hopefully have a live TV connected to my web page, which is hmkagm.com, and then you can go directly there for live TV as well. So this is HMK signing off. Have fun, stay safe, see you next time, bye for now.